Alright, this is my impressions video of a game called Hero Siege by Panic Art Studios. I've really been enjoying this game, so I thought I'll just do an impressions on it so I don't see too much stuff on it. This is basically a roguelite kind of game, not roguelike, it's roguelite. It does have permanent death and all that. It has three classes available right now. I think they're still in development because they keep adding new stuff, and this is the Android version. You have the Viking, which is basically your melee character. You have the Marksman, your range character, your Pyromancer, which I think would be something like the Mage. I am playing with the Viking character. Before I do that, let me show you the IAPs. This has IAPs, but they're pretty basic. They don't really interfere with the gameplay much. They're not like pay to win, something that you might find in other big AAA titles like Dungeon Hunter 4 or something like that. These are mostly, they're mostly to remove things that you might not want, or you might want to customize. Like if you want to remove adverts, you could do that, and you could buy some accessories, basically like clothing and just things that artificially make you look cooler or whatever. Nothing game breaking or anything like that. So let me get into the game a little bit. See, I've unlocked these two parts so far. I'm playing this with the controller. It's easier to use the game. So the controls are pretty simple. It uses dual sticks. This one stick to move, one stick to attack. Some of the reviews, or one of the reviews I think, have said that it's difficult to play as a melee character, mainly because you can't dodge attacks. But that's not true. If you are good at it and if you've got enough experience, usually moving backwards and attacking can let you dodge pretty much all the attacks. I think I got stuck here. And the gamepad's not working. Okay, that's alright. I'm just gonna... Why do I find this game impressive? Mainly it's because of the art style. I think the art style really sells it. It's kind of a mix of retro and a little bit of Diablo. If you've played, I'm sure you played Diablo. It's a mix of a retro art style with the sound effects, arcade kind of sound effects, and gameplay that's as fast-paced as Diablo, maybe even faster. And it's simplicity, you basically just hack and slash through waves and waves and waves, and you gather loot, and the loot looks really cool. You don't really so far you don't really pick up weapons. Your weapon is set, but you do pick up bonuses that really show up on your character. You might pick up like wings or something that make you faster, and they show up on your character. The animation is pretty cool. It's retro, but it's pretty cool. And the arcade sound, when you attack stuff, it really gives you a sense of satisfaction that you're actually hitting something. Unlike some games where, you're hacking and slashing and the sound really sucks and you don't feel it. You don't feel the satisfaction. And this game really does that. Another cool feature are these hidden places. These are like small caves. They have puzzles in them, and they have cool loot. They have mini bosses in them, which you can fight. They can be challenging. It depends on how good you are. Sometimes frustrating, but mostly they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun to play. Especially because later on, when you progress through the game, you will see many traps that your enemies, when usually in games you go to a trap and you get injured, but your enemies don't get injured. But in this game, you can lure your enemies into traps, which is pretty effective, in getting getting to your destination or beating the odds. There is there's a leveling system. Um, this is what I'm using so far. I haven't really used these features, but you have your damage, attack speed, damage reduction, health, and it's pretty basic, and you can. I won't say you can tailor your character exactly how you want because it feels a bit limited in what it can do, but it gives you a good sense of progression, which is a good RPG should do that. You know, it should give you a sense of progression, and this does that. Right now, I'm in a puzzle area, so I'm not going to solve this right now, which means I'm going to show you a bit of the other level. So I don't know if you can hear it, but the sound effects are really good. And the monster design, yeah, I really like the monster design. They've done a very good job on this. That's a snowman. Come on, snowman. Can't hit the snowman. That's alright. It's a cool snowman. And this is what I was talking about. These traps. Oh, I think I missed it. But I can injure this guy with the trap. See? And you see the blood spurting out. It's pretty arcadey, but that's what's cool about it. You know, it's the arcadiness that's really cool. And I have no idea, but when you hit boxes, they start spurting out blood. So, I don't know. Maybe their box is full of blood, but well, it's still cool. It looks cool. You know? You see? Splattering blood out of the boxes. And so, after you've just defeated your waves and waves of enemies, you progress. You go to the next part. I haven't got past this part yet. And there is a combo system which is really neat. This kind of reminds me something like Street Fighter. It has a kind of like a fighting game feel to it. Maybe it's like the arcade feel, but you can have a combo meter, and the combo meter keeps going up, up, up. So if you're into that sort of thing, you can really rack up a good combo. You see the blood effects. One thing I should have mentioned is this game does have achievements and trophies. Let me show you that. So these are achievements, and if you're into this sort of thing, it's really fun unlocking them. Some of them are basic, some of them are pretty hard, which I haven't. There's a 100 combo one, there's a 300 combo one. So I like this game. You know, it's, I wouldn't say it's unique, but the way it's presented is, it's just amazing. The way it's presented, the presentation really sells it. The gameplay mechanics are solid, and I think this game is going to have a bright future ahead of it. Definitely, and it's going to be on Steam, and I would say greenlight this shit. This has got to be there. I think it's already greenlit by now. Yeah, so I hope you liked the video, and check it out.